Hi there, today we're going to start lesson 57. This is part 1. Let's take a look at these words. They all have the sound in them made by short U. Say it. That's correct. So let's go ahead and read these words. First word, stuck. Say it. Next word, butter. Say it. Next word, summer. Say it. Next word, begun. Say it. Now let's read them. Ready? Begin. Stuck, butter, summer, begun. Very nice. Now let's take a look at these words. They're very similar, but I did change one thing. That's right, I switched the U to a short I. Short I says I. Say it. Now let's read these words. First word, stick. Say it. Bitter. Say it. Simmer. Say it. Begin. Say it. Now let's read them quickly. Ready? Begin. Stick, bitter, simmer, begin. All right, now this is a mixture of the I, and the U, First word, stick. Say it. Next word, butter. Say it. Next word, summer. Say it. Next word, begin. Say it. Good. Now let's read them quickly. Stick, butter, summer, begin. Nice job. Let's go ahead and read the original list one last time. Ready, begin. Stuck, butter, summer, begun. Nice job. Let's go over to the text for lesson 57 and look at these words. For section 1, we're going to say the sound that the underlined letters make and then read the word. Starting with this word right here. Ow, pounded. R, march. A, brains. E, heave. Ch, charge. Ow, found. R, garden. E, easy. Ow, around. Whatever. Now let's start with pounded and read the words. Ready, begin. Pounded, march, brains, heave, charge. Found, garden, easy, around, whatever. Great job. Now for part 2. We're going to say the word and then spell the word, starting with sir. Say it. Spell sir. S-I-R. Sir. Next word is private. Say it. Spell private. P-R-I-V-A-T-E. Private. Next word, squad. Say it. Spell squad. S-Q-U-A-D. Squad. Next word, charge. Say it. Spell charge. C-H-A-R-G-E. Charge. Next word, remember. Say it. Spell remember. R-E-M-E-M-B-E-R. Remember. Now let's start with sir and read all the words going across the row. Ready, begin. Sir, private, squad, charge, remember. President, foxy, muttered, okay, Washington. This sounds like it's going to be an interesting story with all these words. Okay, what I'd like you to do is to pause the video and read the words to yourself in section 3. Now that you've read those words, we're going to read them together, starting with the word escaped. Ready, begin. Escaped, smiled, maybe, wait, window, along, excuse me, remember, whoops, I was looking up here. Okay, let's start with this row again. Sorry about that. Window, along, helpers, mean, hour, outside, ground, hadn't, people, walked, talk, guy, to, nurse, want, came, odd. Nice job on those words. All right, now we are ready for the exciting story of the con man meets the president. What do you think this story could be about? Let's read to find out. The con man had told the doctor that he was very foxy. The doctor had 2 helpers lock up the con man. The doctor said, "That man thinks he's a fox now." So the helpers took the con man to a little room at the far end of the yard. They said, "You will like this room. You will have a good time." The con man said, "I am too smart for you. I will get out of this room before the sun sets." But the sun set, and the con man hadn't found a way to get out of the room. He pounded on the floor. He tried to get out the window, but the window had bars on it, and the bars did not bend. So where did they take the con man? Yes, they took him to a little room at the end of the yard. How did he try to get out of the room? Well, he tried a few different things, right? He pounded on the floor. I don't really know what that was going to do for him, but and then he tried to get out of the window. But again, he had problems with that because the windows had bars on them, probably for good reason. So people like him can't get out. All right, let's keep going. At last, the con man sat down on the bed. He said, "I will have to think with my brains. There may be some way to get out of here." Somebody said, "It is easy to get out of here." The con man looked around the room, but he did not see anybody. The con man said, "Maybe I am out of it. I am hearing people talk." Just then, the con man saw a foot under the bed. The con man grabbed the foot and gave it a heave. Out came a man. He was smiling. He said, "Hello, my name is President Washington. I am the father of our country." All right, this story is just getting too... I'm sorry, I haven't read this one before, and it's just getting a little too weird. Okay, so who did the con man meet in his room? Yes, he met a man who thinks he's President Washington. And how did the con man find this person? Yeah, he saw a foot under his bed. And who was the person was the person the con man met really President Washington? Obviously not, okay? Let's keep reading this story. The con man said, "You seem really odd. I do not want to share this room with you." The man stood up. He said, "If you keep talking like that, you will end up in front of a firing squad." "Stop it," the con man said. "You are not President Washington, and there are no firing squads around here." The man said, "If you are going to be mean, I won't tell you how to get out of this room." The man walked to the far side of the room. President Washington said he knew how to do something the con man wanted to know. What was that? Yes, this man who says he's President Washington says that he can tell the con man how to get out of the room. What did the con man have to do before the president would tell him how to get out of the room? Yes, so the president said that the con man would have to stop being mean to him if he wanted to know the way out of the room. Let's keep going. The con man said, Okay, I won't make fun of you if you tell me how to leave this room. The con man walked back and stared at the con man. Or the man walked back and stared at the con man. Then he said, the best way to leave this room is to open the door and walk out. Ho, ho. The con man said, that's not very funny, President. The man said, but wait, I was just kidding you. There is a way to leave this room. Here's how it works. You hide under the bed with me. When the helpers come into the room, they look around and they don't see anybody. They say, we had better go for help. They leave the door open and they run from the room. Then we get out from under the bed and we run outside. How did the president first say to get out of the room? That's right. First, he kind of made a joke and he said, just open the door and leave. But then, what was the real plan the president had for leaving the room? Yes, the president told him that if you hide under the bed, when the workers come and look around, they're going to think that you're gone. And then they're going to go get help and leave the door open, which would give him an opportunity to leave. That's all for today. Next time, for the next video, we'll find out what happens with the con man and the president. Stay tuned. See you then.